review this then. It's the Beko WTB841R2W. 8 kilogram load, 1400 spin, A triple plus energy rating at the time of production. Of course, nowadays it'd be about an A or something like that. But anyway, I'll take a look. Right, I reviewed the WTB741 graphite 7 kilo one a few years ago. They are very similar basically. One's 8 kilo, one's 7, but you do get a bigger door opening on the 8 kilo over the 7. The 7 is, I think, only about 32 centimetres. This one's 34 centimetres opening. Don't correct me down below if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's not that much difference. And it's white, this one, not graphite. Filter at the bottom. Put that sideways and you can get at it. We've got a drain hose, which is handy, and our filter. We've got our 1 year guarantee sticker on the door. Got a ratings plate. And inside we have a 8 kilogram patterned drum. Neatly, this looks very clean, this door seal, except there is actually mould hiding further up the door seal, so yeah. Let's take a look at our programs. We're turning it either way from the opposition, and we are we've got a total of 15 programs to choose from. Right, we've got Cottons. Now Cottons gives us all the options on the machine, so we can go through it all. Cottons gives us all our temperatures, so we can have 40, 30, 20. If the LEDs are off, it means cold. 90 and 60. Right, the timings are quite long. It's 3 hours 12 by the looks of things there. Don't worry too much. It does have a load sensor on it. It's only an automatic half load sensor, but it senses the load and will take off about an hour if it's less than half a load. So realistically, half a load, 4 kilograms or less, it's going to be done in about 2 hours, something like that. You got variable spin as well, 1400, 1200, 800, 600, rinse hold, and turn it off, and we've got no spin, which will cancel all the intermediate spins as well as the final spin. We've got pre-wash, which will run a cold pre-wash before the main wash. It's about 15 minutes long, which isn't too bad. You got drum clean if you press and hold for 3 seconds. We've also got fast plus. So yeah, see how much time it lost there? What fast plus does is drop the rinse count on the cycle, shortens the wash altogether, and even the final spin is actually shortened on this version. So yeah, but to be able to do sort of a 90 wash in about 2 hours isn't too bad, I suppose. We've also got the extra rinse function, which allows you to add 1 additional rinsing step. We've also got the delay timer, which goes up to, I believe, 20 hours? Might be wrong. 19 hours. We've got our little indicators here at the side as well. The red light by ready means that we're ready to select another cycle. If it's not lit, you will not be able to select a different cycle than the one it's already in. We've got the wash step there, rinse step, spin step, and then end/cancel. If you cancel the cycle end will flash during cancel mode. Cotton's Eco is your standard economy program for this machine. It saves quite a bit of energy actually compared to a normal 60 and normal 40. Normal 60 uses 1.7 kilowatts of energy. Cotton's Eco 60 uses less than 1 kilowatt. So there is a big difference there. Timing wise as well, it's only 3 hours 10. It's actually shorter than the normal cotton cycle, which is a bit bizarre. Cotton's Eco only does 2 rinses, and there are low rinse levels as well. Usually sometimes a longer spin, not always. But essentially it's giving you the wash performance in the least amount of energy and water for the machine. Subsequently, it will not hit 60 degrees on the 60 cycle. Likewise with the 40. They're exactly the same. Standard 60, standard 40. Both lower temperatures for longer with less energy and water consumption. Although if it's like 30 and below, we will just do it at 30. Yeah. And subsequently, it doesn't have any available wash options for it. Max load, of course, is 8 kilograms. So it's made to wash the rated load for the machine. Right, synthetics. Notice it's gone quicker, but it's only made for washing 3 kilograms of man-made fibres. They are still heavily soiled, so yeah, you can still do that. You've got variable temperature up to 60 degrees. You've got a spin that's limited to 1200. It is a shorter spin as well over the cotton cycle as well, so yeah. As well as rinse, hold and no spin options. You can have a pre-wash, you can add an extra rinse, and you can have Fast Plus. Drops it to an hour 9 on the 60 and 40 and 30 and 20. That's not bad. Then we got the Daily Quick, and in a little right underneath, Super Short. There's 2 programs on this. Right. You can either wash a full load, 8 kilograms of lightly soiled laundry at 30 degrees in just 28 minutes. You can also adjust the temperature too for it. And you can have a 90 wash in an hour and a half, or a 60 wash in an hour. Yeah, I know. And you can have a 40 wash in just 40 minutes. Also, your spin speed, it presets at 600, but you can go to 1400. Just a little thing though. 1400, it will only go to 1400 and straight back down again. Spin performance on that, on 1400 is quite poor compared to Cotton's Fast Plus, or even synthetics. But it will still go to 1400. And to be honest, once you've set it at 1400, it is a lot better than, I don't know, saying it at doing, say, 1000 spin on a cotton cycle, or 800 spin on a cotton cycle. So it is better in that way. Right. You can have, there's no pre-wash, but there is extra rinse, which you can have, and you can have Fast Plus. Yeah, you just heard that right. Fast Plus. So what Fast Plus does is allows you to wash 2 kilograms of lightly soiled laundry in just 14 minutes. The difference here though is a Daily Quick will do 2 rinses and Super Short just 1 rinse. So if you want to do 2 rinses on Super Shorts, you're going to have to press extra rinse, which then knocks the option off. Shame really, you can't have both. So basically you can have Super Short with 1 rinse, Daily Quick with 2 rinses, which is what I would likely select. Or you can have extra rinse and 3 rinses on Daily Quick, which gives you extremely good results with rinsing because of how much water it uses on the rinses. It's brilliant. Right, Another thing as well, super short on any other Beko, usually limited to just 30 degrees. Not on this one, no. 20, cold, 90. Yeah. $90, $60, $40. Yeah. How cool is that? You're going to do 2 kilograms of ladies' oil laundry in just, well, a really quick time. The trade-off, of course, is the fact it only does 1 rinse. Oh well. Never mind. Right, then we've got mixed fabrics. It's 2 hours 3. It's basically synthetics just with more limitations in. Max load, 3.5 kilo. And what's a bit unusual about mixed fabrics is the fact that it limits it to 40. Fine. That stops colours bleeding into each other. And of course you can lower it if you want. But it limits the spin to just 800. Which is annoying because of course synthetics itself can spin faster. Now, mixed fabrics used to be set at the same as synthetics, but used to be limited to 40 degrees, which is fine. And now synthetics' actual spin speed has been upped, and mixed fabrics has been kept the same. Then we've got the woolen cycle, done in 59 minutes. It allows you to wash 1.5 kilos of woolens that are labelled machine washable. Obviously it's carried out at 40 degrees and it does a 1200 spin. It's a bit modified though, it's not the same spin you would find on say synthetics. Basically a wool spin at 1200, which is an improvement over the old woolen cycle I suppose. Obviously there's no pre-wash, there is extra rinse, there's no fast plus. Yeah, we can lower the temperature too, which subsequently also lowers the time, which is pretty neat. So more than likely what that will do, if it's lowering the time as you're putting the temperature down, it means it will heat up first and then run a timed period for the wash. If it doesn't do that, it means it will run a time period for the wash regardless of how hot it ever gets within the cycle. Then we've got delicates, which allows you to wash 3.5 kilos of fabrics. Yeah, it allows you to wash them in more water than normal. Does a 1200 spin. Yikes, that's high. And washes at just a limited temperature of 40 degrees. Washes in more water though. High level, counts as intermediate spins as well. That's why if we select no spin, you'll notice that the time hasn't dropped from the rinse hold function. That's because there is no intermediate spins. No pre-wash. You can have extra rinse. No fast plus. Then you got spin and drain only. Does a full cotton spin cycle in 12 minutes at 1400 RPM. You can lower the spin speed if you want for more delicate fabrics. But if you turn it off, you will end up with no spin. No spin, 2 minutes on the clock, means drain only. So that's how you drain your water out. And there's no options, of course. Then you got rinse and spin. 1 fabric softener rinse followed by the cotton's final spin. Again, you can adjust the spin speed if you wish, as well as rinse hold. No pre-wash, no fast plus, no extra rinse on this one. Some Beko's allowed to have extra rinse on the rinse and spin. Not on this one, unfortunately. Now, downwear allows you to wash 2 kilograms of basically stuff that's padded in stuff like pillows and duvets and puffer jackets and stuff like that. It uses more water than normal. does a more gentle action on the cycle, and does a limited final spin as well. Preset at 800. Some of the Bekos allow you to do 1,000, so basically downwear is limited to 1,000. Of course, no 1,000 option, so it limits it to 800. Max temperature though, up to 60 degrees. No pre-wash, no fast plus, but you can have an extra rinse option. Yeah. Then you got the sports cycle. 3.5 kilogram max load. Effectively, sports cycle is synthetics with fast plus put onto it. No joke there. It really is. Max temperature is limited to 40, but max spin is 1200. Nice short 1200 spin at the end though. You can have a pre-wash. You can't have fast plus because of what I just said. And you can't have extra rinse. Synthetics with fast plus. Then we've got dark care. It's 3 hours 24, which is quite staggering. It does carry out extra rinses, because extra rinses is selected there, but it seems to have a load sensor in it as well, and will lower the time depending on the load size, which is baffling because the max load is only 3 kilograms. Yeah, I don't get it. It's bizarre. Temperature is limited to 40. Spin is limited to 1200. You can add on a pre-wash, and there's no fast plus. But why is it so ridiculously long? The lingerie cycle allows you to wash 1 kilogram of delicate lingerie at 30 degrees and a slow 600 spin. It has the extra rinse option already enabled. I'm guessing this is basically the hand wash cycle at this point. Or is it a woolen cycle with an extra rinse and a lower spin? The shirt cycle allows you to wash 2 kilograms of shirts. That's around 8 to 10 shirts. Presets at 60 degrees, and that can be lowered all the way down to nothing. Spin is at 800. You can have the pre-wash option, you can have fast plus, and you can have the extra rinse option. Basically, this is the synthetic cycle with the anti-crease option. What anti-crease option, you might be asking? Well, older Bekos have anti-crease functions on them that limit the spin to 800 RPM and do no intermediate spins or stuff like that, and an extended final spin with more anti-creasing and stuff like that. So basically the shirt cycle has an option built into it that you can't actually physically select, which is quite good and quite handy to know. Also quite handy to have the fast plus option as well. So basically you do synthetics with fast plus with anti-crease option as well. Neat. Then you got baby and toddler clothing. This allows you to wash 8 kilograms of baby clothing. It presets at 60 on this one. It used to preset at 90. But you can still have 90. Temperature is limited to 20 degrees. That's new, it used to be 30. And extra rinse is automatically selected. 1400 spin max spin. No other options other than extra rinse. Right, so we've got our detergent dispenser. It's quite big actually. We've got our pre-wash section there if we select the pre-wash option. Fabric softener there if you want to add it, which we're going to. This is for your main wash powder. There's no liquid dispenser on this, unfortunately, which is also a bit annoying as well. Nicely, this will take about 300 ml of powder. Well done. Actually, considering that that is a extremely short spin, they are also extremely dry. They smell rather nice as well. So, as definitely seems, one rinse was enough for this load. So, let's give this out of 10. You'll be quite surprised. I think you might be surprised to hear that this is going to get a 9. I'll give it a 9.5 actually, out of 10. For the price, what this machine gives you is everything you need. Yes, it's got an 8 kilo drum, but that is a proper 8 kilogram low capacity in there. So, despite having the number of an 8 kilo, it sure actually has the capacity of an 8 kilo. You've got 15 programs, 16 if you count the Fast Plus option on the Daily Quick, 17 if you count the drum clean program that's also hidden away. You've got every program you want. You've got Fast Plus, which can give you a short wash on a cotton 60 cycle, or you can have a really short wash on the Daily Quick cycle. You can wash any fabric you want. It's got every fabric going there. It's got the special programs like shirts and lingerie, dart cycle, and sports, and the downwear. The downwear's a great cycle. It works really well at washing duvets and pillows, if they fit in, of course. The baby and toddler program that uses more water. It's more effective. What's not to like about this machine? The only downside with this machine, and it's not reliability, apart from the fact the heater went on this. In fact, actually, because this is the brush motor, they are fantastically reliable. But it's the build quality. When this goes into an unbalanced spin, the whole machine can kind of not vibrate, but it will rock to and forth. And the plastic over the old versions is a lot worse, making the buttons, they can break, unlike the old versions. So it's not quite as good as the old one. However, and there's another however, they have also improved the programming, I think, over the old one. Especially the one right next to me. This one right here is getting on now. But they actually put more water in on the rinsers than the old one, which meant that actually it gave better rinsing results. That's why the Super Short only had one rinse, but because of how much water it used, it doesn't matter. It seems to have done the job. I actually really like these Beko machines. Subsequently, I have always recommended these ones. So you've got obviously these WTBs, and you've also got the WTKs and WTLs. And I've always said, just spend £20–30 more and get the 7, 8, 9 or 10 kilo version of that WTL, because just by doing that, you get all these extra programs and you get much more flexibility and a time display. And who doesn't like a time display? Right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to give me a like. Don't forget to comment down below what your thoughts are on this machine. I'd love to hear from you. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm in mid-process of doing a review playlist, so this will probably end up on it eventually. And I'll see you in another review. So, bye for now.